Good afternoon, and welcome. Oh, goodness, it's Monday, May 8th. Oh, first week of May is already over, and it is 3:30 p.m. Now it says that I am live. Okay, I never know if I'm talking to space for a while or not. So, anyway, welcome to Pat's Stamping Place. Let me know if you are here. Thank you for joining and taking some time out of your busy afternoon to let me share some fun with you and some creativity. Um, let's see. I will give it a minute or so to see if anybody's here. It is a beautiful day out there. I just came downstairs and I do have a sweater on because it's always chilly down here where I create. And so I took my sweatshirt off, put a little sweater on so I looked a little bit better. And we will get started here. So, I am Pat Mayer, and I'm coming to you from Northeast Ohio in the United States. And since we met last, we, let's see, are you actually, yes, you're seeing me, okay. I've got red and blue up there on my screen, and I have to press the right button. So since we last met a week ago, which was May 1st, and I could not show you the inside of this gorgeous catalog, I now can do that because it went live the next day on May 2nd. But I have been showing you some sneak peek products, which are not sneak peek anymore. And last week we did some balloons and a shaker card. Today I'm going to step it down a little bit and show you something that is very simple. Hi Shirley, welcome. I am seeing a little yellow notification up in my corner, so I do hope that my speed matches and it gets back to blue. So I don't know what's going on today with the universe out there. So I will just keep going and hopefully, let me switch, see if I can switch it back. Something with the network. So, okay, fingers crossed. I'll move along. So again, the annual catalog is awesome. Hello, Holly, welcome. And if you need a catalog, please let me know. If you are one of my customers, you should have received one. But what am I doing today? If you saw the preview that I put out about an hour and a half ago, when you design a card, what is it that you do? What's your design process? Sometimes I think about it and sometimes I overthink about it. So I decided to come up with just some different card layouts. And of course, I did go to Pinterest for some inspiration because that's what we do. And I was looking for something that would just kind of spark my my creativity from where to go. So let me show you what I'm going to start with today. And it's Circle Sayings. If you have a catalog, you've probably seen this. It is a bundle that comes with a 2 3/8 inch punch. So basically we're going to work with stamps, ink, paper, and a punch today, and some different layouts that might give you an idea of just giving some little inspiration to your projects. So let's turn to this page, and it is one of our $1 Million Achievers stamp sets. And when I first saw it, I will tell you, it didn't grab me. But the more I looked at it, the more I thought of the possibilities of including this with some other stamp sets that we have. We've got Thinking of You, Celebrate. We love to celebrate, whether it's a birthday or some special event. But then I decided to also pair it with a stamp set that is a carryover from a mini catalog. And I'm so glad that it did carry over. And that is this one. It's called Best Family Ever. And how many times do you want to take your card and make it really special for the person that you're sending it to? And not only that, I love the fonts in here. I love the extra words. Love, comma, there's a comma there. You're in my thoughts, from your uncle, from your dad, whatever, to my, like that. Happy birthday, thanks, congratulations. Like a, best ever. This is one that's got me a little bit confused on the word bonus in here. So if I'm just not seeing it or somebody else can figure that out, let me know. And wonderful. And I have made a few cards that I will hopefully share with you at the end. Wrong page. Here we go. But this is the set in the catalog. It's on page 36, and it's a little bit smaller down here, but it does show it in full strength at 100% that this is the size that you get. And then we have all of the words over there. So again, it's a carryover, and I'm so glad that it did. So let's put that aside for now and talk about card designs and layouts, and also the new in colors. So I've got all of those here. Let's see, let's put that there. All right, so just quickly here, and help me out. Right now I'm just seeing 2 people, but there could possibly be some other comments coming from elsewhere. But when you get your cards ready to go, let me go with Boho Blue, because that's probably my favorite in color right now. That one and the Moody Mauve. But anyway, when you get your card design, whether it is a, what we call like a hot dog fold, top fold that is 4 1/4 by 11. I like that one because it can sit on somebody's desk or on the mantle. And then you take another layer and you put on top of there. Hello, Sue. Welcome. I'm glad you're here today. You put another layer on top. So we're talking the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we go down a level to 4 by 5 1/4. And then we take, and this is retired paper that I was playing with for my designing. Then we take another piece and put on top of that, which then goes down to 3 3/4 by 5. Now, you can work in 1/8 if you like, but I know a lot of people, if they want quick and simple and easy, it's easy to work in 4ths. So that's what I have. These are last year's in colors. And for our card today, we're going to work with this year's in colors. But I want you to give me an idea of what you would like me to cut, because I've not cut any of that paper yet. So this is one option. Just a piece of paper here, and then maybe take that 3/8 inch circle, and then maybe put some ribbon behind it, and then maybe some gems on it, and you're done. Okay? That's quick and simple. So what if we take this paper and cut it in different ways? And I have some options here to show you. Let's get the Boho Blue out of the way and just use this layer that we would be working with. So let's put that aside. And if you choose, I'm going to ask you to choose. This would be choice A. Plain, go on the top, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's try taking that same piece of paper that is 3 3/4 by 5 and cutting it a different way. And put this here, and this here, And again, these are last year's colors. We're just doing some little layouts here. And putting a circle here. You can't see the paper. Oh, thank you. I forgot to switch. There we go. Oh my goodness sakes. Let's back up. I knew I forgot to press the wrong button or the right button. Okay, let's go back to this. Thank you, Sue. All right. I got so engrossed in what I was doing, you couldn't see what I was doing. All right. You don't see anything on my desk. Okay. Now do you? Let's take that away. There's my face again. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay. How's that? Okay. I think that should be it. That should be, okay, hopefully that's working. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yay. All right, backing up. Let's start over again. All right, when you start to design a card, you start with, maybe you were just hearing what I was saying and you couldn't see what I was saying. So I'm kind of repeating myself now. Yay. It's been one of those days, You start with your basic card, which is 4 1/4 by 11, or you can go with a card that is a top fold this way. Okay, so whatever card layout you have, whether it's this top fold or a portrait, doesn't make any difference. You then put another layer on top, usually. I'm trying to make this simple today, and I guess I've made it very difficult already. You put another layer on top that is a 1/4 inch smaller. So this then becomes 4 by 5 1/4. And then you might go down another 1/4 inch and take another piece of paper that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then you might put that circle on top of there and stamp on that and add some embellishments, maybe put a bow on there or some ribbon. Okay, that's option number 1. That's very simple. Okay, now let's go with just chopping up this same piece of paper in different ways. And that's what I want your help with now that we've got, you can see what I'm doing. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay, so I'm going to move the boho blue out of the way and just use this as our panel that we're going to design on. So now what if I take that same piece of paper that is 3 3/4 by 5 and just chop it up a different way? Okay, let's try this one. I just chopped in some diagonals. And this is like putting together a little puzzle. So kind of that's what this is, I guess. And see what the difference that makes in your card design by just adding that little bit of white space between the panels. Again, it's the same size, but just chopping it up a little bit and then putting your circle there. Okay, so that's option B. This first one was A, which is nothing. And then we've got B. Okay, here's C. And there are many, many more that you could do here. it wouldn't make any difference. You can do squares. It's just kind of kicking your things up a little bit. Now, these are just double-sided. If you wanted more than just two different things, you could use two different pieces of paper and get two different designs. Or maybe three different designs is, I guess, what I'm saying. Okay, you could do this one and this one. Okay, so there's another design, and then you can put your circle somewhere there or in the middle. Again, just another option. So that's option C. Okay, here is another one. This is probably one I don't know if I like this as well, especially going this way. This might be good if we've got our paper going this direction for a landscape design. And I have put the dimensions on here. And again, the whole thing starts out at being 3 3/4 by 5. So there we've got our little circle there. And again, adding more other little things to it. Again, the ribbon and the embellishments are second or third or whatever. And then one more, and this is actually the one I started out with and then decided to kick it up a notch. And that is this piece here that starts at the bottom. And this is 1.5 by 3 7/8. And this one is 1 3/4. Let's turn this one over. So you would have to watch if you have a direction on your paper too, if there's a directional thing or things going a certain way. So what did I say? That was 1 by 3 3/4. Fingernails don't want to work. They're getting too long. 1 by 3 1/2. And then this is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. So we've got a little bit of an option there, and then put a circle there. So give me a choice of, this is, we're not going to use these colors, but this is Orchid Opulence. So that's this one. We've got Parakeet Party. We've got Sweet Sorbet. And we've got Tahitian Tide. And then this is Starry Sky. This was the plain one. So if you had to make a choice, which one would you like? So if I see any choices come up pretty quick, that's what I'll do. And while you're thinking about what you like the best, I want to tell you that right now, Starry Sky, which is one of the in colors that has carried over, so we'll have this for another year, is right now the most popular color, believe it or not. So any choices, any thoughts? Nobody's saying anything. Just trying to get a little bit of engagement going here. Thanks to my little hiccup at the beginning. So again, all the same, but we're going to be using this year's in colors instead. Okay, so you liked, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was 5. Okay. It'll be like an auction. Hearing no other choices, this is the one I'll go with. They're all good. They're all really good. But again, this is the one I kind of started out with in my own mind before I started to branch out and mix things up a little bit. Shirley liked 2. That was this one. The Orchid Opulence was the one that was number 5. So the plain was number 1. I don't think anybody's going to choose that. 2 was Tahitian Tide, kind of the same color that I'm wearing, I guess, if that looks like that. 3 was Sweet Sorbet. 4 was Parakeet Party. And 5 is Orchid Opulence. Okay, well, Shirley, I'm going to go with Orchid Opulence because that was the first one that was chosen. So maybe we'll get to that other one a little bit later. So just moving along because we've already wasted a lot of time here. And I want to stamp. I want to show you the samples that I've made too. So we're going to go with this one. Not to leave anybody out, though. Let's put those aside. Oh, I wish you could see my mess here. Now, let's pick a color. Shirley, because you gave me a choice, pick a color of the new in colors of Copper Clay, Pebbled Path, Moody Mauve. Let's see, this is Wild Wheat and then Boho Blue. So we're going to go with Sue's choice of the layout, and I'll take your choice as the color to use. So what do you think? And then we'll get cutting. That's such a decision. They're all great. They're so much different than last year's colors because we've got these muted things that will be awesome for fall, but I think they're great for now, and especially when we pair them with a good stamp set. So, da-da-da-da. Any thoughts? It's a tough choice. I'm glad that I'm back to my blue part. So while you're thinking, you said, oh, darn. Back to my little blue button up there. So that's a good sign. And then I think we've turned the corner on the weather here in Ohio. And hopefully the thought of snow is gone. We've gotten through lots of rain and all that nasty stuff. In fact, my lawn's supposed to get mowed this afternoon. So it looks awful. Okay, Boho Blue. Thank you. Perfect. So I do have this cut to 4 1/4 by 11. So we'll put those others away. And let's get one of these panels here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for indulging me and letting me know that I was just doing something stupid crazy today. All right, these are the in color 6x6 papers. So since we're going with Boho Blue, let me pull those out. So this is basically kind of a monochromatic, but we can pull in some other colors that will go with this. What actually goes with Boho Blue in our color coach? Color coach says that Boho Blue will go with Petal Pink, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, which is last year's Fresh Freesia. Remember, Fresh Freesia has moved over into one of our core colors and is no longer an in color. So we're really happy about that. It also goes well with Soft Seafoam and Old Olive. And I'm sure there are other colors that work well with it too. I think when I was doing the Daisy card a couple of weeks ago, the Boho Blue looked really good with the Copper Clay as well, even though that's not on that chart. So there will be a lot of options for mixing and matching, and that's why we all see colors differently. Okay, I'm going to choose this one with the little hearts and these little lines back here. So just to make things a little bit easier, let's get my trimmer out here. Now this is a 6x6 piece of paper, so I'm going to cut it down to, and I guess this isn't really directional enough that makes a difference, but I'll do it this way. So I'm going to cut it down to 5 by 3 3/4. So these can be used for other projects, so nothing goes to waste. I can use some of that on the inside of the card too. So when I came up with that layout, let's see, it was the 1.5. Where's my cheat sheet here? Yeah, 1.5. We want to go 1.5 down here at the bottom. So if you can see that. So that's going to go here. And then we end up with a piece that's 1 by 3 3/4, because that's what's left. Let's go on this side. I like using this side of my trimmer. That makes it a little bit easier. And then this piece can go here. Now, here's where I probably should have made a change on the directional of this. So let's do, okay, let's do this. Well, the hearts are just going to go in a different direction. That would be good for, okay, there we go. Okay, let's put it on this. And rather than make this a card that's going to go this way, just because of the direction of that, I'm going to make it go this way. And I'm going to flip these. So that goes that way. You've got lots of options of how you want to play around with this. So let's get this glued down so we can get some stamping done. And it makes it easier if I use liquid glue because I've got some wiggle room. So I hope you had a great week and great weekend. Did anybody watch the coronation? I woke up, I was kind of dozing as I was watching the beginnings of it, but I did think it was kind of fun to think that I remember way back when Queen Elizabeth was crowned. I was a lot younger, but I do remember. So I think it was kind of historical, for me anyway, that I lived through 2 coronations of the British monarchy. Oh, I got glue on my fingers. Because I don't think that that will ever happen again. Because Queen Elizabeth was so young, and Prince Charles is certainly not going to be on the throne for as long as his mother was. But it was kind of fun to watch all the pageantry. And then later on, I got to watch the Kentucky Derby That's one of my favorite things on the first Saturday in May. Because a little bit of trivia about me is I got to go to the Kentucky Derby back in 1984. Believe it or not, 1984 was a very long time ago, with my mother. So that's a little bit about me today. Okay, so this card is going to, yeah, the replay was probably the better. I did not really line this up very well, but I think you get the idea. So this card's going to open this way. I will have a piece to go on the inside as well. Okay, so now let's get one of these 2 3/8 circle punch. This comes with the bundle. And that's going to go down here in the corner. And I like to put it where the intersection is of the pieces on this. So that's going to go down here in the corner. Let's go ahead and glue this here. And as you know, I usually do my cutting ahead of time instead of cutting on the live, and that makes it a little bit more of an opportunity to get it a little crooked. Okay, and get ink on or glue on my fingers. So now we're going to take this punch and stamp on it, and since it's photopolymer, we're going to make this a celebration card. So I'm going to do celebrate, and then we'll put a cupcake in the middle. And I am going to, let's see if I got a piece of paper here big enough. We'll stamp it on here. I do want to cut out that cupcake because it looks so much cuter when it is popped up. So let's stamp that. And since I'm going to use alcohol markers, I'm going to use my Memento ink. Wait, that's not where I want that to go. Hello? Okay, that was not on the piercing mat, but that's okay. And then let's put that away as I get ink on myself, and grab the boho blue. And grab this celebrate. And when this is so easy to kind of get out of shape, so when I put these on my block, I kind of lay it down and then pick it up with the block, and then you're going to get it straighter or straight. Okay, so let's tap, 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 and there we go. Celebrate. So if you can see that. And now I've got markers here. Let's use a little bit of crumb cake and the light bubble bath, and color this cupcake. So cupcakes can be for any kind of celebration. And I love, love, love the alcohol markers. I don't think I've used those in a while on a live. So if you have a catalog, what is your favorite stamp set and or new color? Because we've got the color refresh, with some new colors, not just in colors. And we'll get to those as the weeks go by. So, okay, let's add a little bit of dark in there. Who doesn't love a little pink on top of the cupcake? And these are hard to get open because they're so new. Then I'll go back over it with the light. Okay, and here's, I'm going to use the dark crumb cake to get these just lines on here. And then fill in with the light. Okay, that looks good. Let's grab some scissors. This is a real easy fussy cut. And remember, you want to turn your paper, not the scissors. And I do like to leave a little white offset on the edge, just like you would get from a die cut. And just turn the paper. Voila, there we've got a cute little cupcake. Okay, let's put that there, just putting it together. The circle sayings are cute. Now, I'm going to take the Best Family Ever. So I guess this, with the hearts there, it looks like it's more of a little girly-ish type. So let's see what we can do here. Let's go with, I'm just going to use congratulations on the outside and then do something different on the inside. So where's congratulations? Right here. Now, when I cut all of my paper, I save all of these little strips that are about a 1/2 inch wide when you cut your paper down from the 8.5 by 11 to the size that you need. So these are perfect for these sentiments. So let's go with the boho blue. Again, I said this is kind of monochromatic. And I love the writing. The sentiment is good, but it's kind of blurry there. I love the font. I just think it's so crisp and clean and easy to read. So I'm just going to put a little flag on the end of this. Just cut up from the middle. And then do a banner. Yeah, I do like the Moody Mauve. I haven't used it as much, but I really like it. I like the mauve color anyway. All right, so let's put this together. Let's put some dimensionals on the cupcake. Like these little ones. then they just fly all over the house here. Let's see, did I get them all? Yep, nope. There's one more. So let's put that there. Let's grab some big ones for this part. And one there. Pretty peacock with lemon lime twist. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Okay, rather than just put this down here plain, I'm going to put this congratulations up here so it's like a little banner. Let's add just going to add another banner here just so it'll look like maybe a ribbon coming out. So let's do that. Doesn't have to have anything on it. And then I'll put some bling on there. Ooh, I kind of like that. This is actually kind of on the fly today, guys. I knew what I wanted to do, but let's see. Let's get these little dimensionals out here again. And I can put some bling on this extra piece of banner. Hey, Rose, welcome. This can be congratulations for a wedding, an anniversary, all kinds of things to congratulate people on. Okay, let's put this one down here. And this one up here, so they kind of overlap a little bit. That little banner part looks a little bit wonky. All right, let's clean this off here a little bit. And let's see what we can find for some bling to go there. Okay, these are the adhesive backed solid gems, and this has lemon lolly, the boho blue, and the copper clay. So let's put a couple boho blues on there. Sticks to my finger. Okay. And there are 3 different sizes here, so let's use all 3. Okay. And I think this needs some Wink of Stella. Is that the right one? And put a little bit of Wink of Stella there. I have enabled you again. Oh, it's so easy to do. I know. That's what we do. Okay. At this point, I'm not going to go ahead and put anything on the inside of this, but I do want to show you the samples that I made because I had fun playing yesterday as I was kind of designing this whole whole thing in my brain. So we'll leave that out. And I was making, as I was designing, I was actually making things with the retired product, because these cards are actually going to go in the mail to family. So let's put these aside and show you what I did with a couple of these. And how you can see the differences of them then. Okay, this is one that I have created for my grandson. So I used grandson down there, put those two words together on the block. And this was, again, with retired paper, but with this same layout. And look how different they look, just with the different orientation of the card. And then just put some little silver things there. And then on the inside, I just used happy birthday from the circle saying. So that's that one. Now here's another one that is for my sister. She lives in Florida, so she's got the seashells here. This is paper that is currently available. It's in the online exclusives, and right off the bat, I cannot remember the name of it, but it was a pre-release. And then I just put to my sister on there, and some of this lovely gold, it's supposed to be gold and vanilla ribbon, but I love it. It was a carryover product. So there's that same layout too. Did I put anything on the inside here? Oh, actually I've already done this for her Mother's Day card, and I know she doesn't usually watch my videos, but I put best sister ever, and best ever is here, and I just isolated those two words. So that's her Mother's Day card. Here is another happy birthday card. This is current paper. This is the one from the balloon celebrations, and this is, forget the name of the paper, but it is current. It's in the new catalog. It's this one, and the little name thing is off the back already. And this one used the Berry Burst. Happy birthday. We got some bling on here, and I just put the plain piece in there for right now until I finish it. Here's another one. This is also current paper from the online, and this is for my daughter, and I put because you're awesome. That's from the circle celebration. And then in here, best daughter ever, happy Mother's Day. And then I cut those two words out and popped them up. And this was Petal Pink. Yep, Petal Pink. And then this last one is from the Balloon Celebrations paper. And this one I haven't finished on the inside yet. But again, that same design. So that's what I started out with yesterday, was the one that we ended up with today, with that 1 by 3.5 and that square or rectangle, and then this piece at the bottom. And then I just went off on coming up with other ideas that I had at the beginning with the triangles and the different shapes and squares. So whatever you choose is going to really make your card pop. So I really like this one too. It's another congratulations for something. You know, you can congratulate somebody for having another birthday. So just say happy birthday on the inside. So these are all with the current product. This one I made for my grandson because I like that dark starry sky color. His birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks, so he will be getting that one. And I don't think he would really care whether it's current product or not. So there we go. That's what we've got for today. And now go design, make your cards happy cards, make them a little bit different, cut things a different way. Just, you know, something to make it a little bit different. So if I've enabled you in any way, That is good. Let's see if I can switch down here to my face again. There we go. Yes, there's my face. So I apologize for all that craziness at the beginning. Put a little bit of levity in the day or whatever. So have a great rest of the evening, great rest of the week. And hopefully I'll see you next week. Everything should be okay. So I will talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.